Welcome to this section of Jimmy's World. This is Paul. He's with Gleim. Now, I'll tell you a secret. I've always called it Gleim, but it's not. I had it wrong the whole time. It's Gleim. I started using Gleim, and this is unsolicited solicitation, whatever. So I use Gleim. I used Gleim for my private license, the written, and it was fantastic. I used somebody else, and frankly, I can't remember the name of the other company, and it sucked. All it did was prep you just for the test and just to rote memorization of the test, but I didn't learn anything about the instrument until I was doing the training with my CFI. Whereas the Gleim stuff, I felt like I learned something, so when I got into plane, it wasn't all new, and I had to unremember all the stuff that I had just learned in the book. Gleim actually helped me be the pilot, and they're not giving me anything for this. I sprung it on him. This is the first time we've met, so he doesn't know me. You've never even seen the channel, have you?
I haven't.
You're fired. So, just kidding. So, what I wanted to do is just share a little bit about Gleim and their resource, because I used it. It's awesome. And so, Paul, share with us just a little bit about the history, the background, what courses you guys offer. There's a ton. So yeah, hit us up.
Sure, that's an awful lot. So Gleim actually started back in the 70s, and Gleim Aviation started back in 1980 with the Private Pilot, what we call the Complete Private Pilot Manual. It's a really big, thick book, and then we decided to break that off into a number of different books into a series. So anything from now sport, private, instrument, commercial, flight instructor, ground instructor, ATP. We also have mechanics courses, IA courses. So one of the things about Gleim is we're not afraid to innovate. So we did the world's first online ground school.
That's the one I did, I think.
Probably
I bought the book.
Yeah.
And I did the online one, and it was awesome to have a reference there as I was looking through it. So.
Yep. So we did the first online ground schools. We did the first FAA-approved flight instructor refresher course, the first FAA-approved IA refresher course.
So what does that mean when you say FAA-approved?
Right.
What would be an unapproved, or what does that look like? What's different?
Right, so it depends on which courses that we're talking about. So you've heard of Part 61 versus Part 141 training, where you have a certain amount of time savings, sometimes with college programs, universities, or some of the fast-track flight schools out there, or higher volume flight schools.
Right.
So we work with those. So our online ground school is the only online ground school in the world that actually carries a standing FAA approval with it.
So, really? That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yep, and I'm the chief instructor for that, so I literally have thousands of students all over the world. So sometimes I meet them, sometimes they come on up and see us. So, come say hey. But yes, we got students all over the world that are using the FAA-approved online ground school. That means that the FAA oversees our content, makes sure that everything fits the standards for the aeronautical knowledge that people need to learn.
Interesting. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you guys had that with the schools. And now those are the Part 141 schools, right?
141 schools use it. There's actually quite a few people that use that on their own, even if they're not in a Part 141 school. They like to have that extra layer with them, so a little bit more in depth with the content. Plus, they have access to me and other instructors on our team. Our regular online ground school, they also have access to us, which is great. It's like having a free ground instructor. So anybody who's using our product,
we can send you like questions that we have, or something like that.
They do. They send us inquiries anytime they have a question, say about a question, or if they're not sure about something or need to learn something.
There's this E6B slide rule thing that's freaking from the Stone Age that I used it once and threw it in the garbage and got a calculator.
Sure. You have questions about that, so you can ask us questions. We'll be happy to help you.
All right. So how on that slide? Do you have one here?
Somewhere.
I hope not. I hate that thing because in the test you have to get it to the exact number, but on that it's kind of an ish. Yeah.
Right there. There it is.
That's from the 9th level of hell, is what this thing is from in Dante's book.
I tell you what, we'll go head to head. You grab an electronic E6B and I'll grab this, and we can go head to head, and I will beat your calculation anytime in time and accuracy.
Maybe with somebody that knows how to use it, but I tried using that thing and I'm like, this is stupid, and I just put it down and bought the calculator.
There you go.
And I was good to go.
That's it.
That's good to go. So, well, great, and I appreciate that. So you guys come with the hard print books and or online only kind of stuff, right?
It's the total package. Whether you need to work on the knowledge test, pass your written exam or you need to work on your practical test, we have something for all of it.
Oh, okay. So what would be a knowledge test one? So knowledge test.
So right here is like a private pilot knowledge test book.
Okay.
Yep.
And then what would be the practical?
That would be the one that says practical test prep.
Aren't you a smarty petardy?
There you go.
Okay.
Not only do I write them,
Excuse me.
I can
Mr.
read
Witty.
Come on.
Paul Witty. All right. So then we got the syllabus. Yeah, this was fantastic for me because I had a...
do you ever have one of those instructors that gets in the plane and says, "What are we doing today?"
So Cletus Buford, as many of you know, he is my instructor, and we use this. And I'm not going to say whether or not he did or did not say that, but he did.
There you go. Well,
So
this is for that instructor.
I have this on my shelf right now, and it was fantastic because we could refer to it, and I would highlight, okay, we need to review this one again or something like that. So, no, I'm absolutely, I love the product. And again, I wish they would, sponsor me or do something, but they won't. So we got the education here to make you a better pilot, make you a better mechanic, any of those. It's all about learning and growing and taking that next step in your path of being around airplanes.
Right. Hey, speaking of that, sometimes just getting out and taking that first step. And speaking of an education, so check out our STEM resource hub.
STEM,
as in science, technology, engineering, and math.
Oh, okay. What is this?
So science, technology, engineering, and math. That's for like working with high school programs. There you go. Scan that. Anyway, so we work with hundreds of high school programs all around the country to inspire the next generation of aviators.
Nice.
So there's high schools that are using our simulators, the Gleim virtual cockpit, and they're using our curriculum inside of this high school to work with high school students and get them interested in aviation and kind of give them a leg up on the
high school technical schools and stuff like that?
Yeah, doing like CTE programs. So yeah, it's amazing what the students have access to these days.
Nice. Oh, and so this is the ADD kicking in. Let me roll it over here. I don't know if you can see too well, but they got a flight simulator over there, and
so there's two simulators.
So they got
there's the what's called the Gleim virtual cockpit BATD, which is a basic aviation training device, so you can actually log time for private or instrument
this
training.
one right here?
That's this one right here. Yep.
So wait, is this one of the ones that are approved by the FAA to log, a certain number of hours on a simulator?
Yes, it is. It's the only FAA-approved simulator that's running X-Plane 11.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then you might need to get that.
Yeah, hold on a second.
And then there's the other simulator.
Don't forget to turn your phone off.
The other sim is the ultimate, what we call the ultimate set. So you can have an ultimate amount of fun with it. Not FAA approved, but you can fly anything. Like there's a guy over there flying. I don't know what he's in. I think he's in the 7.3 or 7.4.
Oh, that's fun.
Awesome.
So I bought mine from, I think, Aircraft Screws.
Right.
That's one of the outlets. You guys sell it through all kinds of suppliers.
We do.
You also have your website, which is what?
GleimAviation.com.
GleimAviation.com. Oh, focus in on that. Bam. There you go. And you guys, I know you have like kits, and you're gonna have like bags and online. You got all kinds of different setups for whatever you're looking for.
All of it. However you want to learn, whatever method works best for you. Whether that's in print and you like to use a highlighter, or you want to do it online and have access to it anywhere, we've got it.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, Paul,
that's it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
This is Jimmy with Paul, Jimmy's World. Go buy their stuff.
All right. Thank you.